Welcome back, viewer, to Chungu cha Jamii. Today we are talking about grief. How do you deal with grief at a personal level, with your friends, with your family? Share your story, send in your question across all our social media networks. That's GBS TV Africa. Our SMS line is 21144. So before we went on a break, Jillian, you had to tell us about how your relatives and family and friends from your uncle's side back in the US had to deal with that. How did you even communicate to them and telling them now, this person is not coming back? It's you to travel here.
Uh, Thank you again for the opportunity.
Mhm.
On my uncle's side, his family is actually in Kenya. Yeah, he's the one who used to travel for work back and forth. But I can still say he had family, but not like blood, but family. His
Yeah, sure.
workmates, his friends. So I can't really speak for them, but
Mhm.
what I saw, people are actually heartbroken. It's it was a really heartbreaking scene because he was a very loved person. Everybody loved him through his kindness, his openness. He was a friendly man. So it was really devastating. But eventually, through we had like my grandfather is a pastor.
Mhm.
So I think we all had to be strong. From what I saw, all my uncles, my aunties, they had to be strong for their dad because in as much as you want to cry, like my situation, in as much as I wanted to cry, I had to be strong for my mom. So I think also for them, in as much as everybody had to grieve, they couldn't like show their emotions because the moment they saw that, the moment they actually did that, what about my grandfather? How will he be? So they had to be strong for him. So it was a really tough period because the dad lost the wife and the son, two people in 1 month. So I think it was a very hard time for them.
I can imagine. Grace,
Yes.
coming to you, with the 5 stages of mourning, what were your ideal process like? You've only mentioned of denial. Did you go through the other process or did you skip and jump every other process?
I think for me, I may not have gone through all the stages, but one after now going through the denial process, I like, this can be happening and all that. Then, of course, now I got angry because now she's just left, and you know, there's so many things that we used to do as a family, and some of those things she was the one who initiated most of it. Now, after she's gone, some of those things just went, quiet. So you're angry, like maybe things that she had planned are not happening the way they are. So there's that anger. And then all of, like me, my siblings, we are all angry, But, uh, now we communicate with each other. We're like, such and such is happening. Such, we're just, all of us tunakasirika. Kitu fulani, mama alikuwa amesema ifanyike. Kwa nini ifanyike vile anafanya? Inapaswa, unaona. Sasa tunakaa, tunajamiana sisi wote. Tunakata simu, we're talking, nasema, every one of us. Kitu ifanyike vile mama alikuwa amesema. So there's that anger, because now you see all of us are going through that process. We denied anger. Then now for me, I would say after that, I went through now. I was now depressed. Depression in that I'm not even talking to my hubby. I'm just sometimes quiet. We're in the same house and I'm just quiet. Because now there's so many things that are running through my mind. What if she was here? What if, so niko hapo, my husband is trying to communicate with me. I'm just saying one word, And so he even tried to communicate with my sister, now my big sister was now like a mother to us now. But, of course she can't feel, that role the way my mom did, but she does her best. So my sister now tries and talk to me. I'm not opening up on whatever I'm feeling. I'm telling her I'm okay. I'm fine. Nini, mimi niko sawa. Nani amekwambia nisiko sawa? Nini? Kwa nini amekwambia wewe? You know, sir, you know, that is now depression. Kwa nini amekwambia? Kwa nini hakuniuliza? You get? So now, of course, anger bado, depression ndio hiyo, nimenyamaza. It was like 2022, it really took a toll on me. I was depressed for a very long time. And after that, I think I just went quiet. Then until I think I gave birth now to my baby. Then now at least, but you see now, I now remember again, she had promised she will pray for my baby. But now I hold my baby and say, now let me pray for you the prayers. Maybe that she will have prayed for you. And at least that brought a bit of a difference in that now, that energy, because now the baby needs concentration. So at least at that time, your depression inaisha pole pole, because now I need to concentrate on my child, you get.
When did you realize that you're depressed?
When now I had now shifted into a cocoon, in that I don't want to tell anyone. Even my father, now my sister aliona huyu hataki kufunguka and all that. Akaambia my dad also calls, uko sawa? Unajua tu ni ile pole pole. Niwaambia tu niko sawa, but deep inside niko na feel bado heartbroken. I feel yani a mixture of emotions. I think now after I gave birth to my baby at around May, that's when I realized now, huko kwenye nimefika siku zuri. So then now it's when now my husband now akiwa hapo anisaidia na the baby, at least now I felt some burden being lifted. That's when I started now at least opening up a bit. Now you see, from January up to May, niko tu chini ya maji, siongei even with friends, nimenyamaza kabisa. In fact, I didn't even tell most of my friends. I don't think most of my friends knew about I didn't even, like, you see, maybe my sisters nini walikuwa na post nini farewell mom, I didn't that, so most of my friends didn't even know. So I knew this one is now serious. So nilianza tu kufunguka pole pole now, being open, especially with now my hubby. Kafunguka tu ile tunaongea pole pole, then now we talk over it pole pole. So now that depression now ikaanza kuisha with time. It didn't take that after now giving birth, but now again it took a process of now accepting I'm in a bad situation, but now this baby needs me. I can't be depressed, because now again, you know, if you add that depression against in your postnatal your process, inaweza kuwa mbaya. It can even get worse. So like hata ni pole pole, I release my energy. At least now I give attention to this little baby mwenye amekuja. So when now I talk to my hubby, we now got open to each other. Nakasema, if you feel anything that is hard, if you feel the heart, just talk to me and we'll work through this process. So we walked through the process with my hubby, and you know, with time it became a bit better, especially now with the baby around. And now I think after that, now I think last year is when now I accepted you know, the reality. Now I'm going through the acceptance stages, that now my mom is gone, but now we have to know what to do, even if she's not around. If there are events that are going on, we now work together as a family. We see how we can do it, because she was a very good organizer, especially with events for the family and all that. We now work through as brothers and sisters. We do that in memory of her. So now we come together, we talk about her, we talk about the good moments that we share together. And yeah, at that stage when we are talking together as siblings, we now are like, she's not here anymore, but we accept that she's in heaven, she's looking after us. Because I think it reached a point, I think last year, everyone was saying, hey, today tulikuwa tumelala, then today I've dreamt about mom. Akiniambia hivi, she was the person who was like, if you need anything, any guidance, hakuwahi kosa jibu. And she will guide you, na ataweka Biblia hapo ndani. You see, even the Bible says, and all that. So, when now every one of us, like, my sister was like, hey, jana niliota mom. And everyone was like, even us. My dad was like, ata mimi. Kila mtu ako like, we have a group, even. So we're like, okay, kumbe ako na sisi, even up to now. So you see, even when we're discussing about that, it helps us to now open up and now accept that, yes, she may be gone, but ako pamoja na sisi.
If this was this tough on you as you're sharing right now, how is it for your dad? Did he open up? Does he share saying what he's going through, or it's just for men, they don't talk a lot. So how was the grieving process for your dad, if you could share a little?
Oh, for my dad, that for him it took a toll on him, because unajua sasa wako upande ya ushago, and there are activities they were doing like farming, walikuwa farm pamoja. When we were going through this process, especially ya kimo na nini, alikuwa hapo anaona vile anakaa, even up to the last moment when ali notice, because it's my sister, when my mom, that day that she passed, alikuwa amelala kwa kiti, and then my sister can notice, huyu, the way she was breathing, akasema akaenda akaita baba yangu, akamwambia hebu angalia huyu. So my dad was like, wacha nikimbie na nilete gari, then we take her. So as in, imagine hiyo process ya wakiwa kwa gari, my sister was like, huyu ni kama hayuko, because wanajaribu kunini whatever, check the breath, anaona hayuko. So my dad, I think, alisimamisha tu gari kwa barabara, akasema so huyu ameenda hivyo, ameniwacha hivyo. For my dad, it took a toll on him, because now as a manga, even up to now, anasema I'm so lonely, because unaamka hivi kwa nyumba, unajua at least mother alikuwa ule mtu mwenye she was fun to be around. She had so many stories. Unapata tu wamekaa, wanakunywa chai yao, wanabonga na my dad, kama wanatoka hapo wanaenda kwa shamba and all that. So now my dad is left there, anaamka asubuhi. Sometimes I'm sure maybe hata akipika hiyo chai haina ile utamu yenye ilikuwa nayo before. You get, so it takes a toll on him. Even sometimes he calls us, akisi mnitembelea tu hata kama ni every now and then. I know you have a busy schedule, but kujeni tu mnione, niaboeka huku. So for him it affected him so much. He's holding on, but I know for him it took a toll on him. So he really tries to be strong, but he usually just tells us, kujeni tu, hata kama ni weekends, please try, come here and let's spend time together and all that. He tries to initiate so much so that we can be together and try and do the things that my mom used to do, so that at least I feel your gap, it's not that big, you get. But anasema, your mom was everything to this family, but I'll try my best to at least initiate things that will bring us together. Najua siwezi maybe do whatever she was able to do, but I will try my best also on my part. But pia nyinyi, let us support each other in anything. Msiogope, to tell me things. If you're going through any process, tunapitia wote pia. But I assure you, for the time that I'm here, tuko pamoja. So for him, it took a toll on him also.
It's interesting hearing you say so, because I'm like, a question. Does it ever reach a time where you think we need to move or shift dad from Ushago to maybe in the city, Mali, it won't be maybe a back and forth, Yambali, but rather it's just somewhere maybe within the local vicinity whereby unaweza pitia jioni ukitoka job, mwingine anaweza pitia. Because in the village kama ako peke yake and there is no one even to help him with the work, say either a caregiver or a shamba person, hana mtu wa kupiga story for sure. So the time yenye anatumia thinking about the late wife, thinking about the children who are busy and not coming to visit. And maybe if you used to visit more oftenly when the mom was there and he's like, hawa hawanipendi vile walikuwa wanapenda mama yao. I want you to maybe answer that when you come back after the break. Viewer, I hope you're learning as much as I am. Share your story. Tell us how you grieve, what you learned, how burdensome it was to you through our social media networks. That's GBS TV Africa. Our SMS line is 21144. We'll be back shortly.